0-1 pitch. This one's fouled down the first base line.
Both these coaches, obviously, as you've been saying, well-respected, run programs at a high caliber, produce great young men through their program. And that's what you would expect to see here in the finals of the 7A championship. Two quality teams.
Strickland ahead on the count, 0-2. Checking the runner at third. He just misses inside. Kirk Bach's father, Billy Bach, may be the most legendary high school coach. Coached Pine Bluff to a record 5 straight state championships, or he won 5 straight championships. Foul down the third base line. Won 9 overall. Fort Smith St. Anne's won a couple. Pine Bluff. I was talking to Coach Bach this week, and he was talking about similarities, and he said it comes down to detail. And he said that's probably the biggest thing he learned from his dad. He doesn't think he's come close to his father's status, but he's not far from it. 1 out, runner at third, and Strickland steps off the mound.
Again, Conway had an opportunity to score there in the first inning. They had the bases loaded, had an opportunity to get a couple of runs, wasn't able to do so. Bryant here is trying to take advantage of their runner on third base here with 1 out. Lee trying to do anything he can to drive the ball to the outfield, fly, gapper, anything to get that run in from third base.
Got a piece of that one. 1-2 the count on Evan Lee.
When you have two pitchers like Jackson and Strickland, it's kind of a mental edge to get ahead if you can in the first inning.
Lee takes this one inside. Lee is also signed with Arkansas. He'll be a left-handed pitcher for the Hogs. Looks like Coach Dave Van Horn may be loading up with more lefties, more pitching. And this one is opposite field base hit, and Evan Lee is driven in the first run. He will round first and hold. Coming in to score is Logan Allen, and Bryant has taken the 1-0 lead.
Well, Lee kept fouling pitches off that was slightly off the strike zone there. He kept waiting for him to get himself a pitch that he could handle. Eventually started looking towards the outside there. With Strickland throwing the ball on the outside part of the plate, Lee decided to just kind of flip it out to left field, able to drive in the run.
And that will bring up Garrett Meisenheimer. Right-handed batter as Strickland throws back over to first base. Talking with Coach Lee, he said Evan is actually good friends with Cahill, one of the pitchers for the Conway team. He's before coming to Van Buren to coach football. He was there in Morrilton and played youth league baseball. Evan Lee did with Cahill, with Conway. So they are actually still good friends to this day. Run out to the second, see if they can turn 2. There goes 1 and 2. Conway turning the double play, but 1 run comes across for Bryant on the Evan Lee opposite field single, and Bryant with the 1-0 lead after 1. We'll take a break. We'll head to the second inning when we return.
It's heating up outside, and so are the deals at the Giant, Crane Buick GMC in Conway. It feels good to shop a huge selection of new Sierras, Yukons, Acadias, Terrains, Enclaves, and Veranos. Right now, new Sierras are 20% off. That's over $10,000 in savings. New Buick Veranos just $159 a month. And new GMC Terrains start for just $19,995. Start your summer off right and come see us at the Giant Crane Buick GMC exit 127 in Conway. And shop craneteam.com.
Customer service is one of our core values, so we talk about it daily. When we make decisions, policies, procedures, new promotions, we really challenge each other to say, how is this going to impact our customers? How can we make that the best experience possible? We need to strive to meet our customers' needs every single day, and those needs change every single day.
For all of your internet, television, and phone needs, call Fidelity or visit us online today.
You see the double play that they turned to end the inning for Conway. Get out of the jam, and here is Conway starting the second inning with a long fly out as Colby Reck, the designated hitter.
Looked like Conway's taking the approach with Jackson that if he's going to be aggressive in the strike zone, to go ahead and swing early in the count. And so far, like in the first inning, it resulted in the first two batters getting on base with a single. They've swung at the first two pitches here.
Parker Gabazi is going to ground out. And Jackson is making quick work out of this inning here.
If the scouting report says that you're going to throw the ball in the strike zone the first pitch, you need to be looking for that pitch. And then if it's a pitch you think you can handle, go ahead and try to get it into play.
Braden Leach, slow roller back to Jackson. The long throw in time. Nice throw by Jackson, the pitcher, to field that one. And it's 1-2-3 in this inning for Bryant.
3 pitches, 3 outs.
Yeah. And we're going to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Bryant. Back at Baum Stadium, Matt Strickland gets ready for his second inning. And Jordan Gentry be the first batter he faces. Gentry, the designated hitter.
You see 3 up and 3 down a lot, but you very rarely see 3 pitches and 3 outs. That was about as quick as we can get an inning taken care of, half inning.
Nothing to work out of in that one. Strickland comes forward. This one's going to be fouled off. A couple of youngsters chasing the foul ball down.
These two teams are very familiar with each other, as you mentioned, playing in the same conference. Obviously, two coaches who know each other very well. The players know each other well, probably play on some of the same teams during the summer. So,
well, Coach Butcher, again, coached against Coach Bach, Billy Bach, and now having to coach against his son. He's hoping that's the last Bach he has to coach against. The 1-2 pitch from Strickland inside. That misses. It's 2-2.
Conway playing just a straight defense in the outfield, not shading any way left or right. Infield, straight away.
Right to the shortstop. A long throw and in time. We got one down.
You can tell Conway's infielders have been coached because they get behind the ball. They circle in behind the ball like you're taught. Easy, soft hands. Get your feet up under you. Don't try to rush anything. Make a nice, accurate throw. Just 1, 2, 3. Well coached.
Shortstop Jake East now steps in. We'll face Strickland. First pitch to him is right there on the corner, strike. Still with the overcast skies here in Fayetteville. But we've held the rain off pretty well today. Again, fouled off over on that right side.
I think we've held the rain off, but have we seen the sun? Did it peek through?
You know, I that's what surprised me more than anything. I'm not surprised that we held off the rain, but I am surprised that we haven't seen a whole lot of the sun. Thought we'd get into the afternoon hours and probably see a little bit more of that. We have not, and didn't look like we're going to. 1-2 the count on East. Strickland from the set position, and it's 2-2. He just misses with that one. You get the train moving through. It's a familiar sound when you listen to Razorback games on the radio.
It sure is.
Same with high school state championship games. This one is going to float out, and it's not going to be in play.
Notice a lot of the Conway batters, they like to get very deep in the box. Depending on whether or not the pitcher's throwing a curveball or fastball, specifically if you're going against a curveball pitcher, a lot of people try to get up in the box closer to the pitcher and hit it before it breaks. Bryant's choosing to stay deep in the box on most of their at-bats.
Now Strickland misses with that one, and it's a full count now on East. Aaron Orender on deck. And the pitch. Outside. Oh, he got him on the corner. He thought he had drawn the walk, but Strickland caught the corner for the second out, and a strikeout for Matt Strickland.
And we can see that on replay and see if we can see here what he was looking at. I think what the batter was a little upset about was that the catcher actually had to reach outside the zone there. It wasn't so much that it was a ball, but they had to reach outside and kind of snag at it.
Here's a long throw. Boy, a beautiful play by the Conway second baseman, Matt Lloyd, who had to reach deep into the hole and spin around and make the throw, and a beautiful defensive play by Conway to get out of the inning. So, we've gone through two. 1-0 Bryant on top. We're back in a moment. 1-0. You see the stat lines there. 2 hits, no runs for Conway. 1 hit and a run. That was Evan Lee driving in a run on an opposite field single.
Back up to the top of the lineup with Nail, who singled to lead off the game for Conway.
McCall Dale flies this one into shallow right, and it's going to be handled there for the first out. These pitchers are quickly into the groove now.
Yeah, the first couple of batters were able to single off Jackson. They were able to take him to the opposite way, and since that point, Jackson's kind of got his control a little bit better in the strike zone. He was throwing things pretty much right down the middle to start the game with, trying to get ahead on the strikes, but started working the corners and been keeping the Conway team off base since that point.
Jack Stroth, the catcher, and he hits that one right off the wrist over on the right side. Right off the handle there. 3 state championship games today. Jonesboro, Shiloh Christian, and Armorel winning state championships in 6A, 4A, and 1A. This is the 7A state championship game. Tomorrow, 3 games here in Fayetteville. Junction City, Woodlawn, Boonville, Horatio, and Sylvan Hills and Magnolia. Class 2A, 3A, and 5A.
This is Conway's 28th appearance in the state tournament. They've been in the semis 14 times with 8 appearances in the final, with their last championship coming back in 2011.
Just a slow roller. That was against Bryant. The throw back to first. Yeah, Coach Bach was telling me about losing that one. It was a tough one there after they had just won in 2010. Bryant had defeated Van Buren in 2010, Coach Bach's former team he had coached, and then losing to Conway the following year. Stepping in now for the Wampus Cats, Jordan Wicks, number 3 hitter, first baseman.
A nice charge there by Kay Tucker, the shortstop for Bryant, able to charge the ball, field it off to the side, and make a good throw to first base. Obviously, with these two teams here, with the coaching staff they have, they're going to be well versed in the fundamentals. You're going to see not very many errors, either physically or mentally, by either one of these teams.
There's Jackson just missing outside. Looked like about 88 miles an hour on that one. He throws an 80-mile-an-hour down the close to the knees. They're seeing if he went around with the swing. He did not. So we got 2-2-2. Coach Bach was saying he is also very good friends with Barry Luters, the assistant coach, who was a teammate of his at UCA. And he hit him. Jackson hit Wicks with that pitch, and so Wicks is on. You see the replay. Right off the shin.
Yeah, right off the shin on the back leg. Wicks stands pretty close to the plate right there, and Jackson tried to get a breaking pitch to go down and in deep on the inside part of the plate, and he was just able to catch the back part of the leg of Wicks. Puts him on first base with 2 away.
Jackson checking the runner. A beautiful pitch there. 86-mile-an-hour fastball, and starts out at 0-1. That one's fouled away, and he's well ahead on the count now at 0-2.
Now Tucker's doing a good job now. He's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm where he's moving the ball around the strike zone, not just necessarily up and down, but he's changing the eye level of the batters by trying to get them to guess where he's going to throw and spot that fastball up, down, inside, outside. He's got them looking in all 4 places now.
Cade Tucker standing in, takes the pitch. And this one is in shallow right. The fielder falls and catches it on his knees. making the catch out there is Joey Cates from his knees. Nice job defensively as we see the replay in that one. Slips, falls, makes the catch.
It's a good thing that when he fell, he'd already established his position, that he didn't have to reach out to the side.
Yes, indeed. All right, no runs come across. Bryant still leads at 1-0. Back in a moment. It's Matt Strickland. You're sitting on the mound for Conway as we get to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and he hits the first batter that he faces, which is Seth Tucker. Tucker is on. Yeah, hit right between the shoulder blades. That'll bring up Joey Cates, who made that play from his knees just a moment ago. So the lead runner on for Bryant. Strickland throws back over to first and chases him back.
See what Bryant's going to do here with the bottom of the order with the 8-hole hitter with Joey Cates. Left-handed batter, got some options here, whether you lay the bunt down, try to drive the ball to the right side of the field with the runner being held on by the first baseman. You got a pretty good hole to shoot for there. Bryant may choose to just swing away here.
Again, the throw back over to first. And the pitch, there goes the runner, and here comes the throw. Not in time, and in fact, it gets all way into center field, going for third, and the head first slide. Throws not in time, and all the way to third is Seth Tucker. Stolen base, and an error.
There's what speed does to you there. He got a pretty good lead. Wasn't a great lead, but a pretty good lead. But when he took off, the throw bounced into the person that was covering the bag on second base. As soon as he seen the ball went past the second base, he continued on after the slide, moving on over to third.
There's our first error rung up for the game.
Yeah, put themselves in position now with a runner on third and nobody out.
Inside on Cates.
Bryant elects to bring in the infield at first and third.
Cates
Playing halfway up the middle at short and second.
Cates now with an RBI opportunity, and this one is going to get through into right field, and he makes the most of it. Cates with an RBI single makes it 2-0 Bryant.
There was a case where with a runner on third base, the second baseman wasn't playing in on the grass, but he was playing about halfway, and playing a little bit more shallow did not allow him probably to step at a different angle. And because of that, Cates was able to hit the hole, drive in the run.
Back to the top of the order. This is Logan Allen. And there goes the runner again. The throw, and this one may be in time. They got him. Cates thrown out at second base trying to steal. And a nice job by Jack Stroth to throw him out. Here comes the replay. Excellent throw.
Just like you wanted, the catcher threw the ball and had a little tailing action right towards where the runner was going to slide. All the person had to do was just catch the ball and just lay the tag on him.
Opposite field foul from Allen. That clears the bases now for Bryant with one out. A ball, a strike, and one out here on Logan Allen. The center fielder. And he goes opposite field with this one. It's playable, though. As there was McCall Dale to make the catch. And you got two down. Now the catcher, Dylan Hurt, stepping in. Just missed outside with that one. Strickland on the set position. And he gets that one right at the belt for a strike.
Yeah, threw a changeup there. Had him fooled. Had Hunt fooled on the pitch. Thought he was going to get another fastball.
Fouled away. 1-2.
So many coaches now make sure that your pitchers pitch off the fastball. Establish that fastball early in your count. You can work everything else off the fastball if you can get it in the zone.
Strickland with the pitch outside.
Again, you can see on the picture shot there how that Bryant's headers basically like to stay really deep in the box.
This one will get away from the catcher, Stroth.
Just gives you that little extra nanosecond there to see the pitch. I'm sure if they were facing somebody who was throwing just all breaking balls, that they probably would move back up towards the pitcher. But right now, looks like a very good plan of attack by Bryant.
Got a piece of that one. Count remains full.
You were talking about Coach Bach and the legend that he has been carrying from his father. He's been the Hornets coach since 2009. Has a record of 213-44. Not too shabby.
Not bad. There's a slow roller back to the pitcher, but they say it was fouled away. So Hurt will stay in. We were talking. His dad loved boxing. He said he probably loved football more than baseball. Billy Bach coached Bazil Shabazz in baseball. He ended up giving up a football career, which the Razorback football team desperately wanted him at that time. Outside for a ball. Shabazz went on and signed with the St. Louis Cardinals. Came back, tried to play college football there at UAPB, and got hurt, and career ended. The most legendary player, and Coach Kirk Bach got to know him, was Torrey Hunter. It played for Billy Bach.
Torrey Hunter went on to have a long established career in the major leagues. Best known for playing for the Twins, played for the Angels for a while, but one of the most respected people in the locker room that you have heard about in a long time. A lot of people say Torrey Hunter is a great influence, and you can bet your bottom dollar that a lot of that had to do with his bringing up with Coach Bach at Pine Bluff.
I was looking at some of it. He was tweeting recently how much he missed Coach Billy Bach, who passed away in 2003. Evan Lee stepping in. There's a throw back to first from Strickland. Evan Lee's father, Mike Lee, the athletic director at Bryant. He's also signed with Arkansas, and pretty good pitcher himself. think the Razorback coaching staff hasn't seen a lot of these Bryant games this year.
Sure they have. Conway got here, by the way, by beating Springdale in the first round, 1-0. And then they beat Bentonville 8-6 before they beat Catholic 8-7. So they had a couple of tight games in their last two.
That game with Catholic here was a war. Bryant got here knocking off Springdale Harbor 10-0. As Zach Jackson threw a shutout.
Yeah, beat Cabot the game. Yeah, beat Cabot the game before 4-0, and then Harbor 10-0. So you're looking at back-to-back shutouts there by the Bryant staff.
Evan Lee pitching in one of those as well. As here is a base hit into center from Lee to advance the runner. You've got runners at second and first now. And that will bring up Garrett Meisenheimer. Third baseman. Strouth goes back to talk to Strickland.
Strickland hasn't given up really anything big so far. No long home runs or gappers or whatever. He's just been pretty steady. But Bryant is got a game plan in mind, and they're just trying to put the ball in play, go station to station, add in a couple of steals off the bases here, and that's how they've been able to get their 2-0 lead.
Lee is 2 for 2 on him, though, with an RBI. Two nothing here. Bryant on top with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. Center field, straight ahead, and right there to make the catch is Logan Allen. And that will end the inning, but a run comes across for Bryant. 2 runs, all Zach Jackson needs. We'll see. Here is a roller to the second baseman, and first pitch lined out, grounded out.
You know, if you're a believer in omens, if you look at Bryant's last 3 championships, Marty, all in even years, 2014, 2012, 2010.
This could be trouble. This may drop, and it does. It's going to go to the corner as Matt Lloyd rounds second. He's going to hold there with a stand-up double. He got that one off of Jackson. Matt Lloyd is in with a double after Grayson Pinkett had grounded out. So 1 down, but a man on in scoring position for Kobe Reck, the designated hitter.
Yeah, Lloyd put a good swing on it right there. Was able to drive the ball to right field, get the ball over the right fielder's head, motored into second base with a leadoff double. Again, if you're Conway right here, main job is to get the runner over to third base somehow with less than 2-way.
We're here at the end of the day, but that sun is still trying to sneak in here.
It's trying to.
And this one is hit well into center field.
He was over his head.
No, he makes the catch in center field. Nice catch, and coming back is Matt Lloyd to retreat. We'll have to take a look at that one. Certainly, again, as Logan Allen chases that one down and makes an outstanding play.
You know, what got the out there, was looking on the replay here, is that he got such a good jump on the ball. As soon as the ball come off the bat, he did a really good read off of the ball. He didn't stay stationary. He didn't come in on the ball. His first reaction was going back, and because of that, he had that extra half a step and allowed him to catch the ball there. And he kept the runner from tagging up and going to third base.
Parker Cavazzi now stepping in. He's the center fielder for Conway. And the pitch from Jackson, right there on the corner for a strike.
Yeah, Lloyd, he was playing halfway. He was turning. He was looking halfway between second and third. He thought the ball was going over his head. By the time that he caught it and fell down, he didn't have time to go back to the bag and tag up and advance to third.
Here's a throw back to second from Jackson. I don't know. Is a guy like Jackson, could he make an impact on the Razorback team next year?
Well, I think he's got
What you
definitely.
seen?
He's got the body size for it, and he's got the pitches now. Obviously, he's going to have to maybe get a few more miles an hour on that fastball. Up around 88 or so, for sure. High school will work around at the level the Arkansas team plays. You're looking at 90, 91. But with his build-up mentality, I know he's got a bulldog mentality. To answer your question, I think he definitely can contribute.
They've got a Zach Jackson that's a pretty good pitcher for him right now, but he probably will not be there, which would be great for me because you give me 2 Zach Jacksons and that would confuse me easily. There's a swing and a miss. Not the build of either one of those guys, but just the names.
Well,
1-2 the count.
As you were mentioning, they have 2 people that Bach relies on a lot, Lee and Jackson, and he just pitches them in rotation, and this is Jackson's turn, and so far so good.
There's a slow roller to the shortstop. Long throw. No, they're going to go back to third, and they've got him hung up, and what a play. He made the fake to first and got him at third.
Now that's good coaching.
Yeah, that Matt Lloyd was just hung up there, and wow, did that cost Conway?
And if you've seen Coach Bach, he was the first one out of the dugout. That has been taught. That is something that's been taught right there by the coach, and when the player seen that he could not make the throw,
wow,
he did exactly what he was taught to do, and Coach Bach was the first one out there giving him the high five.
It looked like it was going to be a tough throw to first, a long throw, and he fakes it and then goes back to third. Caught Lloyd trying to round the base.
What a play.
Quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we are up, and we are already confused here. Parker Kavazi is number 1 on our sheet. We've had a pitching change for Conway. It's number 17, who is also named Parker Kavazi. And that cannot be correct. So we may have to do a check here and see who the real number 17 is. I thought that they might go with Cahill, Colin Cahill, the senior. Colin Cahill is that is the pitcher. He's a left-hander. So he's wearing 17. They have him listed in the book as number 2. Cahill is signed with Arkansas State. Has had an outstanding season for the Wampus Cats, and his first pitch forward is a strike as he faces Jordan Gentry. Cahill taking over here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. And the pitch, fouled back.
Matt Strickland was able to give Conway 3 good innings, gave up 2 runs, 3 hits. Cahill lefty. A little different look. A little different arm angle for Bryant to look at.
And this one gets away from him. Looked like he was trying to throw the curve. Again, he's the one that was boyhood friends with Evan Lee. When Lee lived in, Coach Lee was Mike Lee. His dad was telling me the story. They played youth ball together. Started baseball together. Swing and a miss by Gentry, and Cahill has a strikeout.
We were mentioning earlier last inning before we had the double by Conway that their last 3 championships have come in even years, 2010, 2012, 2014. So if you're a believer in every other year, even year, 2016 is the year you're looking for.
Cahill has that one hit off the handle right to the first baseman. As Jordan Wicks was able to handle that. And that'll bring up Aaron Orander, first baseman for Bryant. It was high and outside for a ball.
Cahill's got a little giddy up. It doesn't look like he's throwing as hard as what the speed is. It looks like he's throwing kind of nice and easy, but he's getting it up there 86, 87. And good movement. That's That's the thing. It's not only how hard you throw, it's how much movement that you have. And it seems like he has both.
I was almost a little surprised that he didn't start this game, that they didn't, Coach Busher did not start Cahill in this one. And he's committed to Arkansas State, signed with Arkansas State for next year. Swing and a miss by Orander. 2-2 now. He's bringing them here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Tight 2-0 game. Bryant on top. Oh, he brought some stuff there. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Orander, and Cahill does the job. As Bryant goes down, and we are going to head to the fifth inning with Bryant leading 2-0. Back in a moment. 7A state championship game. The last game of the first day of championship games. 3 tomorrow. Bryant leading Conway 2-0 as Leach, Braden Leach starting off the fifth inning for Conway. This game is moving along here, Coach.
Moving along at a good pace. That's because the pitchers are throwing strikes. Defense is doing their job behind them, and a good crisp game so far.
Zach Jackson has allowed no runs on 4 hits. And this one is hit right up the middle, handled by the shortstop and back to first.
But Jackson did a coach's nightmare right there. The ball went up the middle, and he reached for it with his bare hand. That's the thing. The coaches, their heart just sinks down to their feet. You'll see it here on the replay. As soon as the ball's up the middle, he reaches back. Thank goodness the ball went by him, and Coach Bach does a sigh of relief there that didn't bruise his hand.
There is a base hit from Jake McCall Dale, and that'll be a double as he slides in. McCall Dale leads it off with a double. Dale had a big game against Bentonville.
Yeah, it makes
in the quarterfinals. Had a big 2-run single that won the game for him.
Sorry about that, Matt. That makes him 2 for 3 today, and that's what Conway needed.
Yeah.
They needed a little spark here. I believe Cahill coming into the game with his emotion after striking out the last batter. All the players come out and met him outside the dugout. You can see that enthusiasm kind of rolling over now as confidence as Conway takes the field offensively.
And we'll bring up Jack Stroth, the catcher.
With one out, this is a situation here where you don't necessarily want to be just trying to hit the ball to the right side. You just want to find a spot and get the run in. Get this thing down to 2-1. Got the middle part of your order coming up here. See if you can get a little rally going.
He just misses there. 1-1. Or 2-0, I'm sorry. Jackson from the stretch. Coming home with it. He got the corner.
Yeah,
I thought it was going outside there, and he got the corner.
He's a big, tall guy, and he comes from right over the top. He doesn't leave anything up very much. Everything is from about the waist down. It's got a lot of sink to it, so he keeps batters on top of the ball a lot.
Swing and a miss by Stroth. 2-2 now the count. So after falling behind in the count, he's thrown a couple of strikes to Stroth. Dale over there on second base for Conway. Fouls that one back.
Just kept him going a little bit further outside, trying to chase, and keeping the ball down, trying to keep the ball down where he beats it into the ground, as opposed to being able to get some lift in the ball out into the gap. You can tell this guy's been around some. He knows how to pitch. He's just not a big guy out on the mound. He knows how to pitch.
Oh, he got him to chase that one. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 80 miles an hour on the slider, and that will bring up Jordan Wicks.
Now, that slider was set up by the fastball before that. The fact that he had that fastball down low 2 pitches in a row brought in the same eye level with the pitch, but a different speed. Had him swing over the top, 2 away.
Oh, there's a curveball, and he got that one in for a strike. You can tell that Zach Jackson still in command of his pitches right now.
Yeah, he's not. You can tell that, but the catcher's not moving his glove hardly at all. He's not having to reach out for the ball or pull it in. Basically, where the catcher's setting his glove, that's what he's hitting.
Wow, there's another strike. 0-2 on Wicks. Hogs are playing tonight against Mississippi State, trying to stay alive with their season. They need a win badly. There's a swing and a miss. Catcher drops it, and he throws to first. Strikeout, and then throw out. Zach Jackson gives up the double, but no runs, and he's got the shutout continuing through 5 innings. It's still 2-0 Bryant. Good-looking crowd here from Bryant. They're on the home side. Zach Jackson continues to throw the shutout. Colin Cahill remains on the mound for Conway. And this one's fouled away on, it's one of the windows up there in the luxury suites.
I was just looking back here behind the window. We've had good crowds all day, but I believe this is the biggest crowd we've had so far.
Absolutely. And down the middle from Cahill. 0-2. And this one goes outside. As Bryant has Seth Tucker. The second baseman in there. Well, he caught the corner on that one. Cahill looking very good since he entered into this game.
Yeah, Cahill's come in with a little different look than what Strickland did, besides just being righty-lefty. He's got a ball that moves a lot. He's got a lot of pop to it. He's up there around 86, 87, showing a little emotion on the mound there. Strickland did a very good job while he was in there. Cahill is continuing to do so.
Joey Cates now in. Opposite field. Goes foul.
But if you're Conway, you're looking at the board and realizing this is the bottom of the 5th inning. You can't let Bryant do any more damage offensively. You've got to hold them here basically scoreless and hope that you can have a run or two put on the board the next couple of innings. But Jackson definitely looked like he's on his game today.
And this is going to be a base hit into right field for Joey Cates. We're back to the top of the order here with Logan Allen stepping in.
Pretty good production from the 9-hole hitter. He's 2 for 2.
Yep.
A lot of teams, that 8 and 9-hole hitter is, if not automatic outs, maybe not quite as big a threat. But you look down at the bottom of the lineup for Bryant, you've got your 9-hole hitter 2 for 2. You know you've got some opportunities that goes 1 through 9 in your lineup each day.
There's a strike from Cahill. Yeah, Cates 2 for 2 and an outstanding defensive play, making a catch in the in right field from his knees.
Definitely contributed both sides, offensively and defensively.
Here's a throw to first. We'll be on the air tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock again on Arkansas CW 38. Again, throw over to first from Cahill.
Part of Bryant's running today has been the reason why they've been able to get a 2-0 lead. They've been able to steal a couple of bases. Cates leading off.
Again, the throw back over.
Staring right at Cahill. He's got his mark out there with his front foot. He takes his secondary lead. See what Bryant decides to do.
Cates getting that lead. Inside, did it hit him? There goes the runner. Did it? I guess it didn't hit him. Did get away from the catcher.
Yeah.
And
Cates did a good job of reading when the ball was down in the dirt. Like, he didn't hesitate. He just took off, able to get himself down to the second base with one out.
And Bryant now with a runner in scoring position for Allen here. And the pitch. This one is heading towards the gap, but right there, the two the outfielders collide, and this is going to cost Conway, as one run will score, and into third base is Logan Allen. Look at the replay. I don't know if they interfered with each other, but your center fielder and right fielder, Parker Gavazzi and Jake McCall-Dale.
Looking at it on the replay here,
they didn't hit each other.
They just, I don't know if they both called for it, if they both stopped. They both ran to the ball. Either one of them could have caught the ball, but they stopped before they collided, and it just dropped right in between them.
That was just a lack of communication. I wondered if they had actually hit each other, but they did not.
Don't look like that they made contact, but they were both there. I couldn't tell here verbally if they were saying who had it, but when you see them both stop like that, that's the case where there's miscommunication more than likely.
Some uncertainty there.
That's a big one.
3-0 now, Bryant, as Dylan Hurt stepping in.
That could have been a second out of the inning, and possibly the runner would have moved up. I would say 50-50, but at least the worst situation would have been a runner on third with 2 outs. But now that they scored another run, they've got an opportunity here with 1 out to get a 4th run in.
That does count as a base hit for Allen.
Yeah, as long as nobody touches it, it'll be a base hit.
Did we have a ball call?
I think we went to an appeal on the strike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The bench from Conway called out to the catcher to appeal down to the first base umpire. He called it a strike.
Okay. 0-2 the count. Cahill to Dylan Hurt outside.
Got the first baseman for Conway in on the grass. Middle infield also on the grass at second and short. Third baseman back off just a hair in case the third baseman needed to get back to the bag.
Oh, this was right back to Cahill. And he makes the grab and chases Allen back to third, and that'll bring up Evan Lee, who has already driven in a run today.
And that's exactly why you keep that third baseman back right there with a runner on third. The other 3 people were on the grass, but the ball come back, you see on the replay here, so fast. Cahill did a good job, and as soon as he caught it, his first reaction was to look at third base. Mm-hmm. Just another step off the bag, they might have been able to turn 2.
Lee has had a good day hitting, and he is going to hit this one well into right field, way back, and this one is out of the park. A 2-run home run from Evan Lee, our first home run of the day in the championship games.
What a time for it to happen.
And the future Arkansas Razorback crosses home plate and is going to be met by the dugout. That one actually went out of the park. That was a big college home run there.
Yeah, and that was lefty against lefty right there, and he pulled the ball lefty against lefty and out to the right field bullpen. No doubt about that one.
It bounced in the bullpen and out of the park.
Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't hit a few more of those here in the next few years.
Well, not only this, folks, he's an outstanding pitcher, and we haven't seen that today, but he's a very good left-handed pitcher. The count on Garrett Meisenheimer, who steps in. Cahill coming forward, and he hits this one well into the gap. But shading back is the left fielder. Braden Leach makes the catch, and that's it. But the damage is done. Big 2-run home run from Evan Lee as you see him rounding the bases once again. Future Arkansas Razorback as he gets the home run. There's some good highlights from my group today. We'll be back in just a moment. Zach Jackson Trying to go the distance here is he will face Cade Tucker to start off the 6th inning. Conway down to their final 6 outs here. Down 5-0.
But if Jackson wasn't comfortable with a 2-0 lead, now he's got a lot of extra room to breathe with a 5-0 lead, and all the momentum now swinging over to Bryant's side with the home run by Lee.
This one's hit right to the third baseman. Long throw to first, and it's off the mark. And Tucker is in as the lead runner. That one was...
got to start somewhere. It was a hard ball hit to the third baseman for Bryant.
Meisenheimer handled it, knocked it down, and then the throw was wide.
He just got in a little bit of a hurry there. Once he realized he knocked it down, he knew he had a pretty fast runner there and tried to hurry his throw, and unfortunately overthrew the first baseman.
Jackson nearly picked off Tucker there at first base as Grayson Pinkett steps into the batter's box. They could turn 2 here. There's one at second, back to first, and safe there at first base as Pinkett gets in. Somewhat of a low throw. He did dig it out.
Ground ball to second base, as you see here on the replay. Did a good job squaring up. Runner slid into the second baseman. Don't look like it really affected his slow. I just think he just kind of threw it, short-armed it just a little bit. Still got the 1 out, though. This could be 2 here.
Yep. There goes 1, and back to first, and they did turn that one. Bryant turning the double play to end the inning. They missed the first time, got it the second time, and now they are 3 outs away from the state title. 5-0 Bryant. You're watching the 2016 High School State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. 5-0 Bryant. We're back at Baum Stadium. Lights are coming on. It's Colin Cahill still on the mound for Conway.
Well, Cahill's got one job here, Marty, here in the 6th inning. He's got to hold Bryant at bay. He does not need to let Bryant score any more runs. If they were to have an opportunity, he needs to dig down deep, get his defense in behind him, and put some zeros on the board. Give himself an opportunity when they come up into the 7th inning to see if they can get this thing tied.
Really, he's given up 3 earned runs. You can't really blame him for the one where the 2 outfielders had not communicated well. Gave up the 1 bad pitch, though, to Evan Lee, and that's the only one that's cost him here.
Yeah, in 2020 is, hindsight, but if they go ahead and catch that one in the outfield, that would have been the 2nd out, and you don't know what would have happened on the next batter. But that did give him an extra out, allowed Lee to come to the bat, and you've seen what happened with him driving the ball to the outfield over the fence.
Jordan Gentry, the designated hitter for Bryant. One and 2 the count on him. I was saying earlier we don't have all the bells and whistles that you normally have for a Razorback game here. There's usually a big center field screen that has got video on it. That's not working today, or it's not. They're not operating it today. We offered our video. They didn't want that. They thought maybe my play-by-play would be coming with it. It was probably what it was. Fouled away, 1 and 2 now. The count on Jordan Gentry. Cahill, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Cahill right back at it.
Yeah, Cahill dug in and kept focus there and got some pitches in the zone that he got him to chase. Able to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah.
Jake East coming up, shortstop. 0 for 2 today.
East, the batter's box.
But he's done some yeoman's work at shortstop in the field.
Takes that one high for a ball. That one's right back off the ankle of Cahill, but fielded by the shortstop. Back to first, and they got him. 2 down.
You know, just like in basketball, where if you're not shooting the ball very well, you see a lot of people, they'll go back on defense and kind of sulk and pout. You know, in baseball, if you're not hitting the ball very well, sometimes when you go out to the field to play defense, you tend to kind of just sulk and try to fix your swing. But you don't see that from either one of these teams here today. They get their refocus. If they have a bat at bat, they go out on the field and play defense like you're supposed to.
Saw the umpire on the replay there. He went back to Cahill to make sure he was okay after that one went off of his ankle. Swing and a miss by Orander. They just wanted to check on him. He quickly told him he was all right, especially since they got the out. 0-1 the count on Orander. He goes opposite field with that one foul.
Well, when you're in high school or college and you're playing with these aluminum bats that the ball just flies off, it's a wonder more pitchers don't get hit or get hurt when they're hit because of the speed of the ball once it comes back up the middle.
He just misses with that one.
It's a scary, scary situation when you're pitching and then you see that ball coming because all your reflexes is to just cover your face.
Just think about that poor fan in the first inning on that foul ball.
Yeah, it's just hope that person is okay. I think the last time you said that they were walking her out.
They were walking her out of there, and I am looking in that area to see if I've seen her return. I have not. There was no question she was shaken up. 1-2 the count on Orander. Pitch from Cahill. Games tomorrow on Arkansas CW38. Starting at 10 a.m., we will start with Junction City and Woodlawn, the State 2A State Championships. Brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. Fouled off. He's battling here, 2-2, 2-2-2 for Cahill. 5-0 Bryant. Cahill comes in high with that one to load the count.
And we've mentioned Bryant so far has thrown 2 shutouts in the state tournament, 4-0 against Cabot, 10-0 against Harbor. Have another one going here, 5-0 so far against Conway.
Again, fouling it away is Orander. He's battling in here. Cahill going to play for Arkansas State. He'll be one of the Red Wolves next year. And he got that one right at the knees for a strike. Orander goes down, but Bryant 3 outs away from a state title as we go to the top of the 7th. 5-0 Bryant. You're watching the 2016 High School State Championships brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. 7A state championship game, and we're in the top of the 7th. Zach Jackson is going to try to go the distance here for Bryant. He's got a shutout going. It's been a while since Bryant has even been scored on.
It has, as I was mentioning just a second ago. This would be their 3rd consecutive shutout in the state tournament if Jackson was able to be finishing it off here. Also, was just looking at some quotes here from Coach Boggs. He was talking about this may not be, as far as an individual pitcher, the best pitcher he's ever had, but as far as his 25 years of coaching, he's not had a better staff of pitchers.
And here is out number 1 as Kobe Reck flies out to right field.
When you know you've got a hoss like Jackson out on the mound today, and you know if for some reason you needed to bring in something like Evan Lee, he's also got 2 other starters here that he pitches some. Alex Shurtleff, who was 7-0 this year with a 1.60 ERA, and junior left-hander Bo Bavilion, who was 4-0 with a 0.93. So even though you have the 2 studs there with Jackson and Lee, you've got a couple other guys in the wing. And, well, when you've got 4 people who can go that deep at the high school level, that's hard to beat.
Bryant 30-2 on the season. One of those 2 losses coming to Conway at Conway. Outside from Jackson.
Well, they have a great summer program. You know, that baseball has become kind of like football and basketball with you got to do great summer work, whether you're playing with your summer team or your Legion team or travel ball. And I know Coach Bryant runs a great program during the summer, and these kids are playing 24/7. And I know he was also talking about one of the great things about this year's team was the team chemistry. And you hear coaches talk about that all the time, but he truly said that this year's team chemistry was one of the best that he'd ever had.
2 balls and a strike. And this one will go right to the second baseman, and Conway is down to their final out.
Every person in that Bryant dugout now is up on the rail.
Yeah.
Coach Bach still coaching out there. He's not.
Fans are starting to come to their feet now.
Yeah, not looking like there's just one out to go. He's coaching hard. The fans are all starting to stand. Sensing that even year state tournament, we talked about how it goes back to 10, 12, 14. Looks like 16 is going to be the magical year again here for Bryant.
All right, stepping in now is Davis. This is Eli Davis.
Numbers are not matching up here in the program.
Yeah, they are not. And but it looks like it's Eli Davis. Takes one outside as he steps in to hit.
All the crowd from Bryant standing up, anticipation.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch outside from Zach Jackson. The Hogs have to be pleased with the way this one has got a couple of their guys. And there's one that you haven't seen. That's Austin Kelly, who is a pitcher for Bryant that has not played today. And he's a junior. Will be back with Bryant next year. Down to the final strike. 2-2, the count on Davis. And here comes Jackson with the pitch. He got a piece of it. Austin Kelly is committed to Arkansas, not yet signed, can't sign until the early signing period in the fall.
Yeah, Blaine Knight, who pitches for Arkansas this year, is a Bryant product.
So it's Travis Wood with the Chicago Cubs. This one's down the third base line. That's fair. That one is in trouble as it rolls into the corner, and here comes Davis into second base with a stand-up double. Just when they were down to their final strike, he lines one down that third base line.
Just shows again the grit and determination of the Conway squad. They are not quitting. They're not going to go down until they make them go off the field.
Empire had to get out of the way of that one.
Yeah, the third baseman was playing off the line there quite a bit. And a lot of times you'll see third basemen at the end of the game play on the line. Bryant's third baseman was playing a little bit off the line.
And that'll bring up McCall Dale, who has had a good day today. 2 for 2 the last time I heard.
Yeah, back to the top of the lineup.
Yeah.
So if Conway's got the top of the order coming up again, if they can establish a rally, they got the right guys coming up.
This one's up the middle. It'll be handled. This could be it. The throw to first, and that's it. Here comes the dog pile as Jackson gets the big hug from Dylan Hurt, and now they are piling up there for Bryant.
Well, that was a pretty good dog pile there.
They're all jumping in. Big celebration by Bryant as Coach Kirk Bach claims his 5th state title, first since 2012, for the Hornets. You see that final out once again.
Ended in typical Bryant fashion, just good defense, shortstop moving over to
Jake
the middle.
East getting the final out with the throw to first. And Conway will finish the season at 31-2 and 2-1. A big 2-1 against Conway. I'm looking at Coach Mike Lee hugging his son, Evan, who had the big 2-run home run in this game. And we are going to try to talk. We're going to take a break, and we're going to have the trophy presentation. We'll try to get Coach Kirk Bach up here in the booth with us as well. You are watching the 2016 High School State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. There you're looking at the Conway Wampus Cats as they are about to receive the runner-up trophy. Photo op. Again, Colin Cahill coming in for Matt Strickland. Both pitchers actually did pretty well. The 5-0 score, and again, you know, it's tough to beat good pitching, Coach.
It is tough to beat good pitcher or good staff of pitching. I think the big play of the game was when it was 3-0 and the fly ball dropped out in right field there where they could have possibly got out of the inning. And I think that really swung the momentum over even more so to Bryant's side. It's just one of those miscommunication things that can happen. Evidently, they've probably done that 1,000 times, and they would have called it 999. But in this situation here, it dropped, and Bryant was able to take advantage of it. Conway, you know, early on had some opportunities. If you look back in the scorebook, the first inning, they loaded the bases against Jackson, but they wasn't able to score. If they could have somehow maybe got a couple of runs there and forced the issue differently, the outcome might have been different. But congratulations to not only Bryant for winning the state championship, but to Conway for an outstanding season.
You saw Dylan Hurt handling the trophy, and Bryant now getting their photo op as the 2016 7A state champions. Bryant Hornets. This was Coach Bach's 7th state title appearance since being at Bryant, and his 5th title. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
All right, we'll take a break. Hopefully we'll get Coach Bach up here to talk with us. You are watching the 2016 High School State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. All right, happy crowd there at Bryant. The Hornets winning at 5-0. 10-0 was the game that they won to get here over Springdale Harbor. And it's just been one shutout after another, Coach, in winning this. Coach Bach will be joining us for a moment. We can tell you that Evan Lee, who had the big 2-run home run, he was 3 for 3 on the day, had 3 RBIs, and the only home run of the day hit in any of the 4 state championship games was by Lee, and he was named the MVP for the 7A state title game. And congratulations to him. Outstanding young man and a future Arkansas Razorback. And, again, the Hogs have got to be happy with what they saw out of Zach Jackson and Evan Lee today.
Yeah, I think Zach Jackson could have obviously been as much a valuable player as Lee. But, you know, either one of those men are deserving. Yeah. Evan Lee, as you mentioned there, his dad, the AD at Bryant, when you seen them win the championship, that bear hug between father and son there was something that was to be beholding when you see that bond between father and son in regard to baseball. What a great sight that was. All
right. I see Coach Bach making his way to our booth. We're going to talk with him in just a moment. Kirk Bach, the head coach for the Bryant Hornets, is coming in, and we'll have a visit with him. You are watching the 2016 High School State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. Back at Baum Stadium, as the 7A state championship game just completed, Bryant winning at 5-0. And you always hear that championships are built on great pitching and coach. Holy cow, when's the last time you guys were scored on? Coach Kirk Bach with us here.
You know, we are very fortunate to have good pitching throughout the state tournament. And I don't know when the last time was. I think that's 6 or 7 games there.
Don't take it for granted here.
No, I know. I'm very proud of those young men. You know, Zach and Evan, Alex Shurtleff, and Bo Bonvline, has really has done a tremendous job for us this year on the mound. And then when you play good defense behind them, good things happen.
Arkansas Razorbacks have got to be very happy with what they had. Not happy with what's happened this season, but happy with what they saw today out of 2 of their future players. Zach Jackson going the distance, had 3 strikeouts, shutout. He had thrown a shutout in his last game in the game against Cabot. And so, again, just outstanding. We're looking at some highlights here of some of his pitching, and just again an outstanding job for him on the day. And then Evan Lee with the big 2-run home run and 3 RBIs for you on the day.
Evan's been such a steady force for us all year, offensively and obviously on the mound. And Evan made a great play in left field on a hard hit ball by Rick. These guys just they battled all year.
I was told the play by Meisenheimer, the third baseman, where he faked. It looked like he was going to have to dig and throw long to first base, faked it, and got the runner to round third, and then threw back to third and was able to nab him here. That was a coaching. That was a
we work on that every
Coach
day.
Coach Pollard said that was a coaching move right there. He said you were the first one to come out of the dugout. Was that something you teach them?
No. You know what? We go live every day, and that's Jake East is the young man that made the play, and that's just baseball instinct. And,
there's a home run there from Evan Lee out of the park.
he did well right there. Jake is just a headsy ball player, and that allowed him. He knew he couldn't get the guy. He knew it on his first step he couldn't get the guy, so he just went to Plan B, and that's to get the guy at third.
Coach, again, outstanding pitching, and there was one guy that we didn't even get to see today that is also committed to the University of Arkansas, and that's Austin Kelly. So you still got some good pitching coming up, and I don't know if he's as good as what we saw with Zach Jackson today, but he just seemed to be in command of his pitches all day. As he got out of a couple of jams, but it wasn't anything real serious.
Yeah, once he got out of the first inning, I felt pretty good about it. They hit him hard there a couple times, and he just he settles down.
Yeah.
And he's done that all year.
9 titles for your dad, 5 titles now for you. Does your mom get to keep all these trophies? Does she have a place where she holds all of these state championship trophies?
I think all my dads are in a barn somewhere, and mine will probably be there too one day.
Well, Coach, again, outstanding job today, and you guys have got a lot to celebrate. 31-2 on the season. Just comment on the season and the preparation that went into this whole thing.
We start in August, and these kids come in at 5:30 in the morning, and they go through it. So it's an all-year deal. We won't get through until Monday. We'll test out in the weight room. So we lift heavy all year. And Monday will be our last test day.
You told me that on the phone this week, if there was one thing that was a similarity with you and your father, was the detail. Taking care of little things.
Attention,
little things like
yes.
A fake throw there that gets the guy at the runner at third base.
Yeah, if you're fundamentally sound, you've always got a chance. And and very seldom does a home run or a base hit get you beat. It's those balls that are hit right at you that you don't make plays on that get you beat.
We were talking about that where the two outfielders had gotten confused, didn't communicate. That led to Evan coming up and hitting.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that was another run, and it would have been 2-0 going in that last run.
Yeah, outstanding. Coach, a great job today. Congratulations on the state championship, and your 5th in 7 years. You contemplate on that? You ever sit back and think about that?
What's that now?
Your championships that you've been able to build up, the resume that you've got going on now.
We're going to enjoy this one, and try to work to win another one next year.
Good deal. All right, Coach. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And we look forward to these guys playing more on this field, Evan Lee and Zach Jackson in the future. So
I think you'll see a lot of them.
All right. You are watching the Arkansas State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. All right. Well, we've got 4 state championships down. We've got 3 more remaining. Jonesboro, congratulations to Jonesboro, Amarillo, Shiloh Christian, and Bryant, all winning state championships today here in Fayetteville at Baum Stadium. Tomorrow we'll start at 10 a.m., the 2A state championship with Junction City and Woodlawn. Then we've got Boonville and Horatio at 12:30 tomorrow. And Sylvan Hills and Magnolia will be the final game of the day. That'll be the 5A state championship. And we'll have those all on Arkansas 38, Arkansas CW, Channel 38, KASN. And look forward to bringing those to you tomorrow from Baum Stadium, hopefully with a little more sunshine. So
yeah, I want to say congratulations to all the teams that won today, and also congratulations to the runner-up. Sometimes we forget about the journey that it took for those teams to get here and compete for that state championship. But not only do we celebrate the championships of the teams that won, but let's give congratulations to those teams that fought hard and made it here also.
Oh, and some great stories like
You
Mountain
betcha.
Home, who came in with a losing record but had come in on a roll to get to the state championship game. So, yeah, outstanding work by all of the teams that participated in the games today. And down the road as well at Boggle Park with the softball championships and the soccer championships as well. So
Now, I got a feeling-
graduation.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to see some great games tomorrow also. So if
Absolutely.
anybody's in the area and they've got a chance to come out and see some great baseball.
All right, and we'll be here at 10 o'clock again tomorrow morning. We appreciate the entire crew that has worked with us today. We'll look forward to being with you again tomorrow with the 2016 Arkansas State Championships, brought to you by Fidelity Local 6. Until tomorrow, so long, everyone.